right on there. I have none.
Live from all over the United States, broadcasting in a lot next to a nuclear waste dump in Central Texas, Mayhem Unleashed presents Amigos After Dark.
We all glow, so there's plenty
I
of
am
light.
TJ. That is the preacher, Adam. And down there is Mr. Fuck Around and Find Out, Rage the Bastard. How's everybody doing tonight? Good evening. My
I'm
God.
hoping I'll be doing better momentarily.
Well, I'm on Dilaudid and I'm on this show.
Oh, so you're flying high.
Yeah.
So this should go off the rails in record time tonight.
What, this show? Never. We never go off the rails.
Oh, no.
Really, where's Chronic Chris at?
Chronic Chris is at Hog Rock with a tinfoil hat on his head, running around the whole concert right now, bottomless, with a tinfoil hat on his head and high on shrooms.
Well, I was going to say, you could share it until you said he was bottomless.
Right. Right.
Well, maybe not.
Now we can't share that on your page. That's gone.
Yeah.
Because, explain this. So you went in today to sign your new contract, and they had a morals clause.
Yeah.
And then
Almighty Father, sparkle farts on.
and then what? They gave you like a spanking or something? I mean, what happened?
No, essentially, if my language and views do not match that of the company I'm working for, they've went on ahead and threatened me as a warning, stating that they will just terminate my employment immediately. If
Really?
If that's what they need to do. So,
oh wow, dude.
Man, you could tell Chronic the Hemp Hog to chill the fuck out and take Knuckles and get him stroked.
Oh wow.
While Tails is flinging their tail around. I mean, don't ask me how they get a cartoon fox to bounce it like a basketball. That's what it drives me kind of nuts right now, right? Because a morals clause in this day, and by the way, to all the management over there, thank you for tuning into the program. We really appreciate your patronage. Please come on back and be entertained. So, which Sonic are you working at?
We're not saying the name of the company, but I will be more than happy for those higher ups. I will be more than happy for those higher ups to come out and say what you're thinking for you as vulgarly as possible without getting my brother in trouble.
Damn Skippy hippie.
Somebody's got to be around here.
So I wonder, hey, can we make a new mushroom and Swiss burger?
Dude, that would be good. Oh my God. You know what? A shroom and Swiss idea.
I just had a shroom and peanut butter sandwich earlier today.
The magic mushroom and Swiss?
The magic shroom and peanut butter. Holy fuck. The fat content in that peanut butter heightened up the level of the shrooms.
Dude, you're seriously starting to sound like
Marv.
No.
Or Jim.
No, I was thinking like Jay and Silent Bob.
Fuck, motherfucker.
two.
That's
One,
about
two.
what everybody feels like when they're going to work. But no. All right. Hey, mushroom and Swiss is my favorite burger. I don't know if I've ever said that on the air or not. But
Yes, you have.
Dude, it's my favorite. Now, here's the problem, though, is I'm really picky about it.
Okay.
The Culver's Wisconsin butter mushroom and Swiss.
Nope. Nope.
That
my favorite is
fire.
My favorite is still Hardee's. There is something about the flavor of the Hardee's mushroom and Swiss that beats every one of the other ones out there.
I don't know. I'm personally accustomed to the Steak and Shake mushroom and Swiss.
See,
that one was too sweet.
I know.
To me, Steak and Shake has fallen off since they stopped having waitresses. So I don't even go there anymore. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm an OG Steak and Shake guy.
See, there you go. Yes.
No.
Absolutely. You know what? I'll tell you what one of my favorite restaurants is to go to that has waitresses.
A&W.
Tilted Kilt. We have one in Killeen, right across the street from Fort Hood.
I love the Kilt.
And I go up to the Kilt at least 3 times a year. Twice at least I take the bike.
I love the Kilt.
So of course it's going to be across the street from Fort Hood.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Fort Cavazos.
Oh.
So.
Wait, hold on. My family actually has a last name up on a fort in Texas.
Yep, they changed it to Fort Cavazos for General Cavazos.
Fort Kilbasas.
Yeah, Fort Kilbasas.
For those who can't pronounce it correctly.
So,
I was ready to say, that's right, militant till I die, motherfuckers.
All right, so first things first that I want to get to tonight is we have an announcement coming starting in the middle of September. Everybody knows
your mouse because that was echoing.
That the Illinois Times does their
Everybody's frozen. Nope. Rage isn't frozen, but TJ is.
Of course. And this is going to be the theme of the night.
Yep, apparently.
Okay, I'm back.
That's
okay.
good.
We got everybody loaded back in and going again.
Yep, you froze. Me and Sage.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there.
Hung around.
Wait, whoa! Right, what name did you just call me, Adam?
I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I tried to correct it as fast as I could.
I'm gonna have to kick you in your yabos the next time I see you.
I'll bear that in mind. If I know I'm coming around you, I'll have to sport a cup. Not that that'll really help.
Well, I don't know. As much power as I got in my right leg, it probably will. Nah, I'm losing strength in my right leg. Something terrible.
That really sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that.
They said I'll end up wheelchair bound before the end of the year.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell is going on with this system tonight, but it just did that again.
Yeah.
All right, so getting back to what I was saying. The Illinois Times, as we all know, this time of year, they get to their final 5 on every category that they have for their Best of Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
I have decided this year, even though I'm not much of a celebrity, I feel like I am a personality, and some people know my cult.
He admitted it. It is a cult.
I see him, Punk.
TJ's personality.
Right. But being an on-air personality and somebody that, I do look for other entertainment, obviously above and beyond what we do.
Yeah.
So first things first, I want to go to the best charity in Springfield. I'm tied, and I am encouraging everyone to vote either for the Fat Ass 5K or for the Boo Crew this year.
Okay.
They are two charities that do a lot in the area. They're very active, and I'm encouraging everybody to please actively vote for those two charities.
Donate to
yes, please donate to them as well. Which brings me around to the best podcast. Now, the best podcast category, I have been asked a couple times how I am voting. Based in Springfield, Illinois, the absolute best podcast that you guys have comes with also 30 years of tradition, memories that span 2 generations, some of the greatest on-the-fly entertainment that you can think of. And yes, it even includes a man that shits his pants. The best podcast, I am endorsing it for 2024, is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster.
Fuck yes.
Please
It
support
really
that.
Good podcast. I don't think there's really anyone in Central Illinois that thinks that it's going to go any other direction. I mean,
can think of
Ray
3.
pretty much has it on lock. He's first place. The race is for second.
Yeah, which one of them wants to become first loser?
I'm just glad we're not in the running because, I live in Texas. Adam is in Taylorville. Rage is going to be bouncing around the nation.
That got ugly last time.
Wait, you bouncing around?
No, the last time it was Ray versus us.
Oh, God, yeah, it did.
That got ugly. Fuck.
God, Ray and I were back and forth on that, too. But no, I'm very happy to actually endorse and support Morning Disaster at this point. I'd like to see them get it again. Ray has been very dedicated to Central Illinois for many, many years and brings so much to the table.
Many decades,
yeah. Psycho Dan, Mr. Songwriter and asshole extraordinaire. Chrissy and her mounds of entertainment, mainly on her chest. You have, and I gotta admit it,
Jim and Marv.
Well, Marvin's, yeah, you look at the history. You, me, Marvin, Rocky, Jimmy, Sean. There's so much history that goes with that show, and the people who have been blessed enough to actually have been on it, they carry it with them for the rest of their lives.
I was lucky enough to be on it just from winning a fucking contest.
And you got to call into it from jail.
Yes, I did.
Now, you see, I called in to the show a long time ago.
Yeah.
From when I was going to Lincoln Christian College, and I drove a razor to QLZ to shave Jimmy's head.
Nice.
I forgot what the contest was for. Oh, it was to win a CD out of their mysterious CD prize vault.
Yeah.
And I remember what CD I got that day. 12 songs.
Oh, that's right.
Because it had the song "We Are One" from NXT on it.
Yeah.
Because I used it to carve someone's head during a hardcore match.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Because the album was called Forged in Blood.
But when you look back at Morning Disaster, you look at how many people the show has touched just from a fan standpoint, and then the people who have been on it and how close we all got.
Now, whoa.
I mean, Rage even touched my penis.
I'm not going there. No.
He's talking about the 6 foot tall inflatable one.
Yes. It was 6 feet tall.
You touched TJ's 6 foot tall penis.
Yes, an inflatable penis.
And here's the problem. One, I didn't know that was TJ's, or I would never touch the grimy bitch.
And 2, he was putting whipped cream on it.
Someone should not say I don't have the balls to do something. That was the same night TJ was arrested and fucked a Springfield cop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And the night Jack Daniels splattered all over the police substation at Quicken.
But I mean, yeah. So when I look back at, I mean, obviously this show and its many different incarnations over the years has got about 20 years worth of history. But when I look at Morning Disaster, I think about it, and I got to be honest, Ray was my inspiration for getting into broadcasting. It goes back to when I was a kid and I was listening to Lytle and Lamb on Rock 106. And
oh my God.
Then I started doing everything I could to direct the radio antenna on my ghetto blaster and try to draw the signal in for QLZ from Taylorville so I could listen to it in where I was being raised. And then later on in Springfield, there's a long history of me listening, and then I got involved with the show. I got active. I became a part of it, and I'm not even involved this year. I'm just a fan again.
And Ray, a lot of people would call Ray a self-conceited, sanctimonious son of a bitch. A lot of people have called him this.
I've seen a smug cloud or two.
Yeah, so have I.
I will say this about Ray. Ray's one of those rare finds as a good brother.
Yeah.
I remember the night he invited me out to come watch a wrestling pay-per-view, eat dinner with him, Dee, and Bell, and I got to know the man, Ray Lytle.
Yeah.
Which shocked the shit out of me.
The man is he's actually a very private person. Very devoted. He's a very devoted family man.
He loves cutting it up when he can.
Oh, it don't matter if he's at home. If you're one of his friends, you are unprotected, uncensored territory. You're going to get it.
You're a target.
Yeah, you are always a target. But that, if he's not aiming at you like that, he don't love you.
Oh, you mean sort of like the night that I found out that, or the day I found out that it was Jackson Pride that called into the station asking, hey, is that the same Rage that had the drug problem?
Oh, God, yeah. But, I mean, that's the thing. It's like I said, I go back to it.
You want me to explain that to Adam, or would you like
we'll get to that in a minute. Morning Disaster has given so much to Springfield, Illinois, and they continue to do so. And now you have Christina, you have Dan, you have that there's some guy there that kind of looks creepy. You have Steve. Steve is a comedic work of art. I don't know where this came from or how. Comedic work of art. The guy admitted on the air to tasting jizz, for crying out loud. I know, right?
Not to directly compare him, but to kind of compare him. He's Jimmy-esque.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I think he's not there is not another Jimmy.
There will never be another Jim. But I really do believe that he smokes more weed than Jim.
Ooh. Well, I really do. Jimmy wasn't around when it was legal.
That's true. But when I look at it, and then Ray at the heart of it, and the whole family that he's put together over the years, not just the ones that live under his roof, but the whole broadcast family, really, and that family always has and still does have Springfield, Illinois at heart. So if you vote for another podcast in Springfield, I'm going to be very honest with you. In my opinion, you really don't have Springfield at heart, because Ray has been there and is still there and is still dominating. So, best podcast of 2024 in the Illinois Times, Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. That's your vote. That's the only one you can really go with.
It's still my opinion. No one's going to push Ray off of number one. It's going to take that show stopping.
If somebody does, they bought it.
Yeah.
If somebody does, they bribed the vote and they bought it. And that's my opinion, honestly. But let's make sure that even if they do bribe it, there's enough people that vote that they can come back and say, no, that was stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do worry about the other guy that's on the show. I mean, I think he's got like diabetes or something.
Yeah.
He sleeps a lot too.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, he always seems to like drool on himself.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. So best charity, Fat Ass 5K or the Boo Crew. And of course, best podcast for 2024, Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. Please, when the voting opens up, get in there, vote as many times as you can. And let's make sure Ray takes it home again. He's had a rough year.
He's been doing a lot of self-work. If you look, comparing him to, I don't know, what, like 10 years ago? He's
3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
He's looking a lot healthier.
He's looking svelte.
Yes, quite.
So, now we've had a few things that have been going on down here in the Hill Country. And I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody about it, but check this out. So this was Tuesday. This might actually surprise you.
Okay.
Take a look at that picture. That is the Llano River.
Okay.
Going over Slab Road, which is less than a mile from where I live.
Wow.
It is that far out of its banks.
Okay.
And right here, you can see Slab Road and then how the road is under the river.
Yeah.
See that? Here, I'll zoom in. I mean, look at the current of where it's hitting the bridge.
Yeah.
So this is actually a popular swimming hole in the
not today.
no, not for the next couple of days. But it's a popular swimming hole in the Hill Country. And it is under a lot of water. We've had some massive rains over the course of the last couple of days, creating some flood stages again. To the point that as of yesterday, the Starkey and the Wirtz dams were opened up to help send some of that water downstream and get it into Lake Travis.
Okay.
The lower, The Lower Colorado River Authority, the LCRA, they are trying to manage this as quickly as they can and not let us wind up into the same position we were in 2018. So I'm hoping that we get it taken care of. I'm guessing Rage fell asleep.
Well, with the meds that they have him on, could you really blame him?
Oh, God, with that much Dilaudid running through him? Yeah, no, I don't blame him at all. There have been some new developments on that, but I'm not going to get into it very in depth, as again, obviously, per the request of the family. I am going to tell you that, as you can tell tonight, Rage was back in the hospital. There have been some new developments, and we are awaiting. He has been ordered to a rehabilitation facility for some physical therapy. We are awaiting which one. Once he's there, he is requesting that any and all fans please come up and bring him some food. I think he would take shrooms too.
A shroom and Swiss.
Right. But, I don't know which rehab facility they're going to move him to. They've got a bunch of different choices. Okay. I think it's just whichever one has a bed that opens up first that they can get him into. He might wind up in Taylorville or Pana. He might wind up in Springfield, Peoria, Bloomington, Normal. They are actually helping him and his wife, to my understanding, get set up with an apartment and housing.
Okay.
To kind of take some of the pressure off. Which, again, as well, I also think that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
So we've got a lot of things that are moving in a positive direction. And I know he wanted to throw a big fit at everybody today, and I think, like I said, his phone or something just died because
I think that all the Dilaudid kicked in at once.
That might be it. that very well might be it. You're right. The Dilaudid, or I don't know, maybe. You know what could happen? I really hope this happened for his sake, but you know what could have happened?
What? What do you think happened, TJ?
Maybe his wife is delivering oral gratification to him in the hospital.
So you mean his wife is going to be his personal candy striper?
Yes.
Okay.
I think she might be.
At this point.
I think she might be doing the loving wife thing and potentially orally satisfying him while he's laying in the hospital bed. I'm going to tell you a little secret. A lot of people don't know this, right? But when Rage starts getting orally satisfied, he screams like a girl. I mean, he's loud about it, dude. Yeah. Love the guy to death, but man, if he is being orally pleasured, dude, he don't know how to shut up. He's loud about it.
It's like it almost is like he needs his hole plugged.
Well, I mean, it's like he's in there going, "Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah, yeah, you know you can lick the tip, all right, come on, oh yeah." Like, dude, my Harley is not even that loud. What the hell? But that's the way he is, right?
Right.
So I was thinking about an ex lately, the other day.
Okay.
And I know a guy that's got a couple of different diseases. And I was wondering if I paid him to sleep with my ex, would that be considered biological warfare?
I don't know. Because, I mean, if you're paying someone money to sleep with someone else,
Right.
which one is actually the whore?
Well, I'm paying the money for them to sleep with somebody else.
Yeah, so that's guaranteed that the person you hired is. But were they hired to sleep with someone who could be called a whore anyway?
No, they're being hired to give the other one the STD.
Well, that is neither here nor there. We're talking about a different subject.
Is that biological warfare?
I guess it could be.
I mean, we know it's not warfare, so it's got to be whorefare.
Yeah. Well, I thought whorefare was the money you paid to the whore.
Oh, no,
Like
no, no.
cab fare.
I'm thinking like warfare, you know. No, it's whorefare.
Okay.
And that way, when she comes back out, then I can honestly look at her and go, "You dirty whore!" Miss you, Marv. But no, you know, I was like, that's a good idea. God, I should do that. I should really do that. Wonder if I could get away with it.
I mean, you just mentioned it on the show, so
probably not now. Yeah, I better not do it now because I said it here. So now I've given evidence. And, you know, surprisingly enough, it's not any of the exes that have any of my kids. It's not one of them. It's another ex entirely.
Okay, a marital ex or just a relationship ex?
Just a relationship ex.
Okay. Because there is a difference, you know.
Yes. Anyone I was married to, I had a kid with.
Okay.
So there's only one that's out there.
Those in the back.
There's only one that's out there that I have a kid with that I never married. And oh, brother, you are not going to believe this mess.
Okay.
Oh, are you strapped in and ready for this?
Well, I mean, my computer chair doesn't have like a seat belt. So I'm about as strapped in as I'm going to get.
All right. So once again, and this is what I'm still mind boggled by. I have managed for the first time in 3 years to allow my penis to get me into trouble. And for 2 years, I haven't slept with anybody. And now my penis is getting me into trouble again.
Well, your penis is tired of the drought, TJ.
No. It's not even anything like that.
Not
it's
that?
like,
Okay.
no. All right. So we've got the girl I'm with now, right? Which I dearly care about, you know, and I'm extremely happy that that's moving forward. Am I happy with how it's moving forward? Absolutely not. But I'm happy with how I'm happy that it is moving forward and we're trying to get there and we're working together on everything.
Yeah.
Then there's my daughter's mom, who has made the decision on her own to both of these women want to move to Texas.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's great. I mean, you know, I get along. Don't get me wrong. I get along with my daughter's mom. I really do.
It's a pretty big stick too. So, I mean,
yeah, I mean, we kind of got this thing where we know each other, you know, but no, we do get along. And so my daughter's mom is like, when her kids are over 18 and she is not tied to Illinois anymore, she wants out. And she's talking about moving outside of Dallas. Of course, my other half is coming here where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Well, now, damn it. Now, how did I get into this situation? And this is not even my fault. It's just, boom, here it is. All of a sudden, it turned into a big whoop that trick. And my butt became the name Trick. But we have this going on, right? And it's like, okay, my daughter's mom, that's not going to happen at least for another, 5 or 6 years. I'm protected there for a minute.
Yeah.
One, I don't need my other half trying to kill her.
Okay.
That situation could turn out bad.
Yeah.
And then I have to do the Texas thing. I've got to go hire a bail bondsman, and I've got to go do this and that and the other. And I just don't want to deal with it, right?
Right.
My daughter's mom, she's got a level of crazy on her too. So that could turn into them fighting, and then I'm sitting back going, why are you fighting over me? Or it could...
They are crazy. I mean...
Or there is a slight, subtle potential that it could go to the two of them go sleep together and I get kicked outside.
Yeah.
Or
there's an even slighter chance.
Right.
If it can go in the direction of both of them hooking up, then maybe all of a sudden you're included in that hookup.
Right. Then I'm a sandwich.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with... I am very okay with being the middle of that sandwich.
Okay.
As long as the girl I'm with now, I've waited 10 years on this to happen. As long as she is involved, holy shit.
What?
Good thing Rage isn't here. That's a deviation from the old me. Where I'm going, as long as she is involved, I am okay with ABC. As long as she is involved, then I would be okay with a threesome. But it's like, wait a minute. The old me was like, threesome? Didn't matter who was involved. I'm stripping down to dive in. No. No way.
TJ got older there for a little bit.
No.
So TJ evolved a bit going down to Texas.
Either that or I got whipped, and I can't be whipped.
I don't know. I'll let Rage call you on that one. Or Chris. I'll refrain.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't want her left out.
No, if she approves of the situation,
right,
you're game already. So if everyone is consenting,
but the problem is like I said, she's a crazy Southern redhead.
Okay.
Belle of the ball until you piss her off, and then you see the Irish. And possessive. Like, no, you can't touch that. That's mine.
Okay, so your dream of a threesome just evaporated.
Yeah, I just went out the window. I mean, it's gone. Yep. I don't think she would give me a threesome for anything. Matter of fact, after she hears this, she might cut me off for 6 more months, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, my God, I can't believe that actually came out of my mouth. Like, yeah, as long as she's there, I'm game for a threesome. And then it's like, wait a minute. What? That sounds like somebody else I know. Good friend of mine. Loves his wife dearly. He would love a threesome, but only if his wife is there.
Yeah, I'm about the same way. Actually, I told Julie that if she wants it, I'm game for it, but she has to find the
Right?
partner. Yeah.
And I don't see where the problem is with having, a communication involving the different avenues of intimacy that you can have within your relationship. I don't understand why that is such a problem at this day and age.
Yeah, you should be able to talk about that with your significant other.
Absolutely. Because what I see more often than not now is I see either two extremes. Either extreme one is way over here. I must be devoted to you and tied to my chair.
Which is fine in and of itself.
And it's like, okay, I mean, if that's what you want, that's cool. I understand old-fashioned values, and it's great. But then you look at the younger generation and you have this other extreme that's over here, which, if you see 5 people naked in a pile, strip down and jump in. We're going to enjoy decadence because, hey, the generation before us paid for everything in blood.
Yeah.
And I'm watching that, and I'm seeing that, and I'm watching it unfold, and it's like you've got this area here, you got this one over here, and that's it. You don't have the in-between with a little bit of maturity and sitting down in your relationship very often anymore and just discussing, hey, what if this avenue comes up and I can have that level of intimacy? Do we enjoy that together, or is that a separate thing? And would you allow that? And, I've said it for years and I'll say it again, that communication is the big thing that'll tear a relationship down.
Yeah, you need to be open.
Yeah, absolutely.
In order to have a great relationship, you need to have great communication between you two. Transparency is a huge thing. If you feel like you have to hide stuff from them, it's already going downhill.
Like, I have no problem whatsoever. While I know that my other half is at work, and I'll do it because 1, it's fun for me, but 2, it's kind of it's an intimate thing that we enjoy doing to each other. She'll be in the middle of loading a van at work, and I'll have just pulled in and I'm out in the parking lot, and I will take an intimate photograph and I will send it to her. And then she gets all beat. I don't even have to be there to know what's happening. She gets all beat red, and then I get a message back within about 10 minutes. Babe! WTF, I'm loading this truck.
But just know that if you were here, I'd be loading you.
No, I was like, but if you were here, we would have been able to hit the bathroom for a 10-minute break.
Yep.
Babe, I'm working. Just saying. But that's that level that we're at, like when throughout different relationships over the last 10 years, she was somebody that, a lot of times I did discuss a lot of what I wanted to see in a relationship with her. And just coincidentally enough, she discussed it back with me on how she wanted her marriage to improve. And the crazy thing is we were wanting the same thing. That's how it lined up. So, I mean, there's really no guesswork.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in a good relationship, it seems like the things you try just seem to kind of work.
Well, I mean, one thing I'm very, very happy for is hardwood floor. No landing strip,
I'm not trying to chop down the jungle. Hardwood floor. I'm very happy with that fact.
So there's no Vajungle in the Poontang Delta, huh?
No, there is not. You better be careful. I don't want you getting in trouble. Remember, I'm trying to teach you some of these nuances tonight, okay? Hardwood floor, landing strip, jungle.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I'm happy. Hardwood floor. I'm good.
Yeah.
That hardwood floor is very well waxed.
As it should be.
Yeah. Absolutely. You have to maintain a good hardwood floor.
Yep.
That's see how much more fun that is?
Yeah.
Makes me miss those days a little bit. That's another thing. Like, you look at everything that's happened over. Let's look as a great example. Let's look at the presidential election from 20 years ago and the one today. 20 years ago was John Kerry versus George W. Bush. Today, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. I'm not the biggest fan of John Kerry. He is the type of politician that would give intimate relations to a snake if you hold it straight. I really don't like the guy.
Okay.
George W. Bush, I liked. I liked his policies. I liked his politics. I liked that he was middle of the road. I liked his common sense approach. I liked that the man could take a joke. I voted for George W. Bush. But these were two guys that were politicians. You knew it.
Yeah.
And the Hunt for Red October had the very best line in it when it comes to talking politics. Do you know the line I'm talking about?
No, I cannot remember, actually.
Have you watched the movie?
Yes.
Okay. See if you recall this.
Surprisingly, yes. I've actually watched a movie to comment on.
Let's see if you recall this. Mr. Ryan, I'm a politician, which means I'm a liar and a thief. And when I'm not kissing babies, I'm stealing their lollipops. But it also means I'm open-minded. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I really did enjoy that, right? But it's so true. Now, if you look at that year, that was a tough one to call because they were actually both qualified. And it was it was President Bush's, handling and his discretion of 9/11 and keeping the country together and getting us through that. I really believe that was a big part of how he got reelected. And never once in that entire campaign did he throw a stone. He ran on his record. This is what I did. This is how I've helped America. This is what I want to do and how I want to keep going. Never once did he throw anything derogatory at John Kerry. Now, yeah. John Kerry was mudslinging all the way through. And that, to me in a political realm, that's just immediately like, what are you guys doing? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, mudslinging to me just tells me that you're not willing to talk about an issue.
Right. It's demoralizing to the country. And it's, you don't need it. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. Kindergarten Cop, anybody?
Yeah.
I mean, does that ring a bell? I'm watching them go back and forth, and the only thing I can think is, it's not a tumor. Although it feels like I'm getting one by watching them.
Yeah.
I should probably talk to Rage so I know what that feels like.
Yeah. So, in my personal opinion, there's not a good choice out of this.
There's really not.
We're having to choose the best out of two bad choices. But that's pretty often the choices we get.
Well, that's
we
like
very rarely get a good choice.
Well, that's like sitting there and they go, okay, here's your choice. You can either get explosive mugu poo stew for 24 hours or just hard running diarrhea for 24 hours. Which one sounds better?
Neither.
I mean, there's no choice.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm going to be on the John.
But you can't not vote because that's also a choice.
Right. And when you do that, you're just sending that choice that you're creating another problem altogether. This November, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very difficult decision. I'm not excited for it. And I really hope one of these candidates decides to act their age and not their shoe size. Here we go. Speaking of, right? I really do. I hope they decide to act their age and not their shoe size, because we're getting bombarded on this. There's nothing we can do. And this is our choices? That's our choices. I think I'd rather vote for Donald Duck. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy what we're dealing with right now. So, in the news, according to the Hill Country Scanner, there's been a couple of things that have happened around here recently. Actually, about 3 hours ago, Marble Falls Police Department responded to a couple that was that they ended up arresting for acts of indecency while inside of a tent in a public area. Good for you guys. I hope you enjoy your free room. Sorry, you're probably not going to be funky bunkies. Just not going to work out that way. We've had a lot of other stuff that's been occurring in the news recently. I need to bring up the news, actually. It's been it's been pretty crazy. Well, that hadn't changed since I looked at it the last time. That's bull. Let me see. Oh man, no, it's been crazy. I've thought about getting a subscription to the Daily Trib so I can keep up with the news, but so pickpocketing in Austin, Texas is on the rise, actually, according to Fox 7. The pickpocketing downtown has been going up recently due to and the Red River Cultural District. Pickpocketing, the drastic rise is stolen phones as well as wallets. Been a problem around the Austin City Limits Music Festival in October and SXXW in March. Now, new reports about the thefts and near Stubbs Barbecue have been coming up in downtown Austin. Mia Thompson, who's a student at the University of Texas, said that she's aware of the crime that's happening in the city. She states it's definitely like something me and my friends all have to worry about. We have to like take precautions, with like our wallets and our purses and stuff. I'd like to know when University of Texas started admitting Valley Girls.
As soon as they started being willing to pay the money to go.
Gabe Wolf said he's cautious in Austin. He's another one that talked to Fox 7 in Austin, said he's cautious when he goes out in Austin because certain areas are worse than others. 6th Street, downtown, more phones, wallets get pickpocketed there. Crowded venues, Austin City Limits, the Austin City Limits Music Festival. These are all things that it is something that's on the rise. Oh, what else we got in news? I do love Fox 7. No, I said I wanted news.
Yeah, I'm sorry about having to go. We just started talking about politics and stuff, and for some reason that gets my colon all aflutter.
It got you all aflutter.
Yep.
Oh. The 11 hours ago, the 2024 Float Fest in Austin has been abruptly canceled.
What?
Due to yeah, not that kind of float. Days before, Lil Wayne, the Kid Laroi, and Jesse Murphy were poised to play at the Float Fest. Ticketmaster confirmed that the event has been canceled.
Oh.
Saturday at the Circuit of America's Germania Insurance Amphitheater, Ticketmaster canceled the event for Saturday and said that people that had ticket holders will be getting their refund within 14 to 21 days. Float Fest operations in Central Texas have been tumultuous over the years. It originally operated for several years at Cool River Ranch along a stretch of the San Marcos River, where it faced complaints and concerns of excess litter from neighbors. In October 2016, the Guadalupe County Commissioner's Court initially denied organizers a mass gathering permit for Float Fest, citing concerns with the event. Come December of 16, though, commissioners approved an updated permit and the 17 event went on as planned.
Okay.
Continued at 18, but came to a screeching halt in 19. And after being denied permits in San Marcos, event organizers relocated it to Gonzales. In June of 2019, the organizers said the show would not go on due to several recent roadblocks. Float Fest, for the obvious reason, did not do a show in 2020. Returned to Gonzales in 2021 for a 2-day series, but did not do anything last year. They announced in March it would relocate to the Germania Insurance Amphitheater and offering ticket holders a discounted pass from Texas State Tubes to float along the San Marcos River for a set time frame near the concert date. Float Fest is kind of one of those things that I haven't really had a lot of experience with it.
It sounds like fun, though.
I'm sure it is. But also going on in Austin this weekend, though, is you have Bat Fest and you have the Hot Sauce Fest.
Yeah, I'd like to go to the Hot Sauce Fest and see maybe one of their competitions.
Oh, you wouldn't want to go to Bat Fest?
No.
All right, so let's see. So, Here are the events going on in the greater Austin area this weekend. You have Farewell Brought Summer.
Farewell Brought Summer.
Yep. I probably heard a thing or two about Brought Summer, inspired by Charlie XCX's latest album. Though the phenomenon has been declared officially over by Charlie herself, Brought Summer can live on in people's hearts.
There's just something about a sausage, huh?
Yeah, I guess she liked that meat going right down her throat.
Yeah.
Bat Fest, an Austin classic, returns this weekend, the 18th annual Bat Fest. This festival is a celebration of the bat colony that lives under the Congress Avenue Bridge, and attendees can experience live music, food, a bat costume contest, bat education, and more. Party starts at 3, and the bats typically fly out from underneath the bridge between 7 and 8:45 p.m.
You get to know your politicians better by checking out the bat colony underneath.
Yeah, right. Just go on over to the Congress Avenue Bridge. We'll be able to see them come flying right out of there.
Yeah. It's like, where do you think they go after their service?
Evidently, according to this, they go under a bridge.
So does that make them vampires or trolls or both?
Probably a little bit of both, just depending on who it is. But I'll tell you what, if AOC was a vampire, she could bite my neck any day of the week and turn me into one too.
As long as she stayed quiet.
Yes, as long as she stayed quiet. All right, so Batfest isn't the only big one going on. Austin Chronicles' 34th annual Hot Sauce Festival will be held at the Far Out Lounge and Stage on Sunday from 3 to 9 p.m. Spice lovers have the chance to taste a dozen of hot sauces and vote for their favorites. Live music, food trucks, on-site vendors, plus it's all for a good cause. All of the money goes to the Central Texas Food Bank as a fundraiser.
Awesome.
Let's see. You also have Whitney Cummings playing. You have Gary Allen playing. You have Zilka Relays playing. Stoney LaRue is playing. Incubus with Coheed and Cambria are playing at the Moody Center. Pat Green is playing. Rocky Horror Picture Show is actually going to be at the Southwest Theater. Austin Gay Men's Chorus, Crescendo, a benefit concert today will also be this weekend. And the Master Pancake Riffs, The Lady Vanishes, will be at the Alamo Draft House. And that's the events coming up this weekend in the Austin, Texas area.
Okay.
So anybody who...
Wait, I'm in Central.
Hey!
Shit.
Well, anybody who knows about the taste of and likes the taste of jizz, Steve, could go to the Gay Men's Choirs, and no judgment.
Yep.
But yeah, so you get what I was going. Like, there's so much going on here. That's just
remember to gargle and spit before you sing.
But you know what I'm saying? Again, there is so much that's going on in this area at all times, and that's just Austin.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked up San Antonio yet. Which is it's an hour away from me, or an hour and a half away as well. I've got Austin, I got San Antonio. If I want to do anything, I've got both of those towns, and I've got them on lock.
Yeah. If you absolutely have to get out of your house and do something, there's always something going on.
There's always something that I can get into. Maybe I should reword that in case she's listening.
Yeah.
Nah. I'll just deal with the fallout from that.
There is some event that you can attend.
There's always something I can do. And I generally do. I've always got something going on. And Adam, as you're well aware.
Yeah.
If I'm not working, since I've lived here, I have always got something else going on.
Yeah.
golf tournaments or riding a motorcycle or different events or going out to the races or whatever. I've always got something going on. And you actually asked me a question last night.
Okay.
And I said that we would discuss that a little bit more in depth on the air. Would you like to ask that question again?
No, because I'm actually having a brain fart about the question I asked.
From academia to the field.
Okay.
And how was I handling everything?
Yeah, it was something along the lines of the transition period from working at the school to being on the road, because you taught people to drive on the road, getting
Right.
CDLs, to going back to doing it yourself.
Right.
What was the transition, if any, and how difficult did it seem to be versus what you thought?
That's kind of the fun part of it is there have been some things that have been, man, I got to knock the rust loose. And it was something that I was doing a year ago, second nature, and not even thinking about, right? So there's nothing shy about that.
Yeah.
I know that I'm going to have certain things that I've got to do to kind of get back into the swing of things, right?
Right.
I can honestly say that I think the longer somebody is working within academia and they're not working in the trade, that academia is their primary focus. It's not that the mind is not going to know what they're talking about. I'm sure it will, but the muscle memory and the motor memory of doing it will fade.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a lot of time to jump back into the saddle and be able to do it.
Yeah, for your case, it's like the longer you stay in that teaching role or instructing role,
Mm-hmm.
your body and mind becomes more adept at teaching it, at being that instructor.
Right.
Versus being the truck driver and being more hands-on.
I've always been more of a hands-on person anyway. So that part of it, the mental side of it was already there, I think. As I was preparing to leave the school and get to work back into the field and my chosen profession. That was always there. It was not that difficult to finally bridge that gap and go after and get back into it. The mental side was there. The thing that kind of shocked me is things that I was doing last year. Basically running up and down the steps of a truck, getting in and out and doing what I need to do. It wasn't that big of a deal then, but my lack of activity as an instructor, where I was doing that and then I'd get in and I'd run the truck. And my lack of activity as an instructor did go ahead and pile some rust on the physical side of the job.
Okay.
And I'm still adjusting to like the hours. Me and nights obviously are not friends. And I'm working a lot of nights right now. And I'm dealing with some of that accordingly. But yeah, that's been kind of the major part of it, is just the adjustment, getting back into the swing of things, remembering a lot. That's been the hardest part. Getting the muscle memory to come back to what it was.
Okay.
Easiest part is I'm not having students bounce my face off of a windshield anymore. That's the pleasant side.
Well, you don't have to look at your students fail to pull forward or backward
Right.
while
On
you slap your
stupid stuff.
forehead wondering how.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't have to. That was probably the biggest frustration. Get in and show them. Get in and explain it. Get in and show them. Get in and explain it. And then you get out, and then they do the same thing they were doing when you were in there going over it over and over and over again. And I don't say that. I can say it now. I'm no longer an instructor. I can say this now with conviction in a public forum. But I was not allowed to speak this thought at that school. The long and the short of it is, there are certain people that are out there, they are not meant to drive a truck. And you should not force it. If they can't get it, don't put them in it.
Yeah.
You're asking for trouble. And big trouble at that. You're going to end up hurting somebody.
Well, yeah, a mistake made in a semi is either really expensive
or really deadly.
Also, yes. Or both.
Right. And that's what I'm getting at. It's just like, I don't understand why I don't get why they would go that route, But so what else is going on in your world?
Well, I mean, obviously there's the new job on the horizon. I'm just waiting for a schedule to come out so I know when my first day in, I guess, in the office, if you want to call it that, is. Yeah. Other than that, it's been kind of relaxing, doing some last minute things before I go back to work.
Right.
Like I'm gonna go try and see my dad at his campsite tomorrow. Get some outdoor therapy.
Yeah, no, I understand
stressing myself out, because many people don't know this. I've been disabled for 17 years.
Right.
During that time, I've worked 4 months. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, TJ, you know the position I got.
I do.
My application had 0 jobs on it.
Damn.
And I was pretty much hired before I filled out the application.
Yeah, but like I said, when we were talking about that position, I think your maturity level and your age had a lot to do with that. You're not an. You're not.
I will be the oldest employee at that establishment by 20 years.
Right. But you also have a maturity level about you. You don't walk into a room and, start throwing your hands down at your crotch and telling people to suck it, or, you're not doing this foolish stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one thing I could say. You are, however, doing you're doing your job. Yeah, you go in, you show a level of maturity. You don't go in there and show like you don't go in there and present like you're going to be a person that's going to call in at 3 days out of 5.
Yeah.
You do present as someone who actually gives a damn. You want to try it. You want to see where you're going to be at. So obviously, the lack of work time and then seeing your disability, But then knowing that if you go well with it, you're willing to let that go. Hang on to your medical, obviously, but let that go. Then they're willing to give you the chance because you do present the attitude and the maturity level to go with it. I would.
Okay. That's very that's nice to hear from you, TJ.
Now, I've worked with other people over the years, some doing podcasts, some in broadcasting itself, some trucking, and I would not give them a job to scrub out a garbage can. And I don't know how some of them have jobs that they have. But no, I'm dead serious when I'm like, no, that would be where I'm at, you know?
Okay.
However, I'm thinking it's starting to get late. I have a chance to sleep at night for a change.
What?
Yeah, I'm off tonight. I'm going to crawl into my bed and turn on Stargate and drool all over myself while, you know, staring at all the evil women and like, you know, of course I've got to be nice. I don't want to, but I've got to be nice.
Well, I have to be nice. You don't have to.
No, I'm waiting to find out how this payday unfolds right now.
Okay.
Because I do have money in my checking account. Of course, I'm not going to know where everything's coming from, how, and why until tomorrow.
Okay.
But luckily, I start getting paid every week starting today.
Yay.
So I've got one more week of really toughing it out on you know, strap the cash.
Okay.
Starting next week. Full paychecks.
Awesome.
So that'll help me out a lot.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Adam, what do you have for final thoughts tonight?
Basically, if you have time to spend with family or friends, go do it. Before you can't, just go do it.
Absolutely. Can't argue with that. This has been an edition of Mayhem's Amigos After Dark. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the live listeners that joined us tonight. We really appreciate it. I wish we'd had a more active chat room, but that happens.
It happens. It's okay.
Please, by all means, remember, if you have Mugu Poo Stew or you're dropping out something that looks like soft serve, might be time to see your doctor.
Yeah.
I'm TJ. That's Adam. For Rage, Marvin, Chronic Chris, Irene, and everybody who's a part of this family, thank you for tuning in, and good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.